Just basically saying, yeah, we did it, just keep your fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, 100%.
How mad would that be?
I'm loving it.
You photoshopping, blah, 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 blah. Suck him up, I was fucking... Yeah.
There's a page. Go check it out. He throws for a wild card. Hello, how we doing? Welcome back to Myths and Mysteries of Black and White with me, your local leopard wrangler Ed, and my main man Josh. How we doing, mate?
How are we doing?
All right.
Local leopard wrangler.
Well, you know, so if you ever get a problem with a leopard or a kangaroo or anything of that size, just give me a call. I'll come pull its head off. How we been, my man?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Just, you know, usual.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah, just pulling a couple leopard's heads off. Punched a kangaroo in the face. You know.
And then you woke up.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Right. Oh, no, I forgot where we were. Right. Last week, we spoke about the Jersey Devil.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch that, and you can see by the title today, we're talking about the WWE CEO, or the ex-WWE CEO, whatever his name is, Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
I always struggle how to say his name, because it's like McMahon.
McMahon, yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, I was never a lover of wrestling when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, you knew like characters,
yeah.
Like we spoke about before, like The Undertaker, Triple H, John Cena. You know what I mean?
The
big ones.
Yeah,
like, I've heard of them, watch videos and stuff of them, figured, oh yeah, but I've never been like that invested in it.
See, I was for a long while. I think I stopped watching it in 2008. I want to say, around that time period. I think this is when I started to stop watching it. But yeah, I always remember, like, especially when I was around my dad's and that, because he used to love it. And excuse me, but yeah, he'd be watching it, or we'd play like the games. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I had a rough idea of what was what and who was who, sort of thing. Yeah. But
like, so I've got mates now who still love it, like, and they've gone more into like local wrestling, like, just, you know, not like big WWE and stuff like that. So when people love it, they fucking love it. Like,
it is 100%.
It is close to being a cult.
yeah. I know exactly what you mean. 100%.
But no, like, if that's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is cool. It's fun. You know, it's entertaining.
It's entertainment. That's the priority. It's why I love it when you see people say, you'll get the old school, wrestling, it's fake, it's bullshit. Sorry, yeah, because I forgot you see the Avengers down the road every 5 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, films are fake, TV shows are fake.
Because I have to admit, I was one of them.
Right, yeah.
I used to be like, it's no point watching, it's fake. But, and they're like, yeah, but it's entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, we're not watching it to see people actually get
beat the shit out of each other.
Battered.
You'd watch UFC or boxing if you wanted that.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas this, it's just, it's fighting, it's acting fighting, but it's just fun.
It's choreographed, isn't it? Yeah,
it's just fun. And what's wrong with that? Nothing.
And I'm not being funny, it's like, you look at some of them and you're like, some of the moves or things that have happened, it's like, yeah, fuck taking that.
Yeah, 100%.
So what was the geezer's name? I can't think of his name, but the Undertaker was on the big cage and he threw him off and he ended up smashing through a table and his tooth was wedged in his nose. It's like, you can't fake that shit. Like, that hurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been like loads of accidents and stuff like that, and like tragedies, especially like with some stuff. Like old mate, he was meant to come down on a rope and he just fell.
Yeah, funny enough, I've got that on here.
Yeah. But yeah, the fun thing I always think of, like, Vince McMahon is it became a meme. It was like when your boy's sad and you just hear about it, it's like, where's that son of a bitch?
Oh yeah, take me to him. Take me to that son of a bitch. Yeah.
Because it is like that, especially on like our group.
Yeah.
Like, if one of the boys is down in that, it's like, you need a hug.
Yeah.
Like, take me to that son of a bitch. So when it's stuff like that, it's like kind of fair. Like.
Yeah.
But But yeah, let's say I know that apparently that he's into some sketchy shit and he's done some dodgy things.
It's like some of this stuff that I'm going to cover is like some of it's fucked.
Yeah.
Some of it is just like controversial.
Right.
And some of it is just like it's mainly to do with the wrestling company itself. So it's not like you're going to be losing any sleep over it, but I'm covering it because it matches in with the story, if you know what I mean.
Right, okay.
There's certain topics in here where I'm like...
But could all this be like part of the fabrication of like WWE?
Some of this shit, no.
No.
Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not.
Right, fair enough.
But like I said, like like I said last week, this was literally, I was meant to be covering like another killer topic, which was a former wrestler, Chris Benoit. I've mentioned countless times. And it was when I was researching him that I watched the McMahon documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
And then you hear all the shit that's gone on. It's like, well, that's just fucking everything rolled into one. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I can't not cover that.
No, that's fair. So, like, without further ado, get comfy, get something to eat and drink and all that fucking bollocks. I don't know, if you're running and listening to us, like, hope you get...
Why are you running?
Hope you're doing it. If you're fucking just laying there on the couch with, like, what's-its in your belly button, then... hope you're enjoying it.
Why are you in your belly button?
I don't know. I mean, I've never done that. I don't even like what's-its. But
right, that's the one reason.
Yeah.
They've never ended up in your belly button. Yeah, because you don't like what's-its.
But it's quavers or skips, then I'm like, yeah, I'm
Jesus wept.
Well, whatever you're doing. You never know, someone might be having a Tommy.
What, with crisps?
No.
Listen to us, sorry.
If you are, fair enough. Have at it, my mate.
Fucking go on, son.
Jesus Christ. What are we doing, mate? What are we?
Oh, fucking hell.
I never thought this podcast would be cheering on someone else.
Having a wank.
Yeah. Just think that for a minute. What have we done?
Sweet Jesus.
I think, I don't know. You know, whatever you're doing,
crack on.
Yeah, Josh, take it away before we incriminate ourselves anymore, or anyone else for that matter.
Right, well, in the beginning of 2021, over 100 hours of interviews were filmed with Vince McMahon, his family, business associates, and some of the WWE's biggest stars, including Triple H, Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Bret Hart, Trish Stratus, The Rock, Steve Austin, and John Cena. And every single one of them said the exact same thing, that nobody really knew or knows who the real Vince McMahon is. Well, the original plan for the Netflix documentary was to create a type of biopic about Vince and his life. However, before a final interview with Vince McMahon, news broke that Vince would be stepping down as the WWE chairman as the company was investigating a secret $3 million settlement that Vince agreed to pay a former employee who he allegedly had an affair with.
Wrong.
An anonymous tip was leaked that Vince had allegedly taken advantage of an employee and then covered it up. Another tip was also leaked stating, "You're only scratching the surface and there is a lot more here." When this story broke out, it soon became clear that there was multiple NDAs where Vince had agreed to pay $12 million in hush money to 4 different women and $14 million since 2006.
14?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. He got money.
Yeah.
Is it him who you say, "Here comes the money"? Or was that his son?
I think that was his son.
Yeah.
His dad, as you mentioned, he stepped down as chairman during the investigation, but returned soon after, before selling the WWE for $9 billion, which is better than a kick in the balls, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't have even done a documentary then. I'd have been just like,
yeah, bye bye.
Yeah, you'll never see this face again.
Well, quickly after he sold the company, another lawsuit was filed against him with allegations of sexual abuse and sex trafficking.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is what I mean, where it's like, when I watched this, I was like, oh my fucking, how?
He needs a fucking hobby.
Yeah.
Let's take up fishing. Just leave people alone. Fucking, well, I mean, why are we laughing?
Oh no, it's fucked up.
Fucking
We
hell.
always say it though. We try and make it best of a bad situation.
Jesus Christ, he needs to have a word with himself.
Right, so I'll give a little bit of a backstory on the old Vinny boy. So Vincent Kennedy,
the old Vinny boy. Yeah, he's just getting done for sexual abuse and sex trafficking, but he mean no
he's
harm.
harmless, bless him.
He mean no harm. He good old boy. Yeah. He don't mean no harm. You know.
Right. So Vincent Kennedy McMahon was born on August 24th, 1945 in Pinehurst, North Carolina.
Fucking hell, he's nearly 80 then.
Yeah, he's rocking on a bit.
80.
Yeah. To Victoria and Vincent James McMahon, who was a wrestling promoter not long after his birth. Not long after his birth, his father left the family and took McMahon's older brother, Roderick Jr., with him. And Vince Jr. did not see his father again until he was 12 years old.
Roderick Jr. and Vince Jr.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, in all fairness. But
unless his dad's Roderick Vince McMahon.
Well, it says his name's Vincent James McMahon, so where Roderick Jr. come from, I don't know.
Unless it's his granddad or something.
Yeah, it might be. Took him with him, and Vince did not see his father again until he was 12 years old. His parental grandfather, Jess McMahon, had been a boxing and wrestling promoter. During his childhood, McMahon was raised under the name Vinnie Lupton, using the surname of one of his stepfathers.
One of his stepfathers?
Yeah. She was passed around like a spliff.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
He experienced a difficult upbringing and has spoken publicly about
Who's his mum? Riley Reid. Fucking wrap up, man.
Oh,
well,
Jesus. That's the one thing she didn't do. I was so sorry. I mean, she's probably dead now, bless her.
Right, this is sick, right? They always say about like how like randy teenagers are to this day.
Yeah. From the
These
sounds of it,
fuckers back in the day.
Did contraception not exist
honestly
back
the
then?
warmest part of their body were their ankles.
It's so true, though.
Honestly, they're at it like rabbits
all
the time. So you hear stories, and it's like, oh, fucking Meredith with her 12 kids.
Yeah, and you're like, bro,
just stop. Just get a hobby.
Yeah,
Start
too
knitting,
right.
you old cunt. Nah, she's fucking all positions. Jesus Christ. Fucking splitting half the poor cat.
It's so true, though. That's the thing.
Oh, Jesus. They say the population's on decline, ain't no fucking
Then wonder, yeah. They're all shagged out, them lot.
Yeah.
Jesus. They needed the Jeremy Kyle show back then.
I miss it.
I do, low-key, yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah.
Because it was one of them programmes that I only used to ever see it if I was ill.
Yeah.
Not at work or for some fucking reason or
Yeah,
whatever. And I'd be like lying there watching it, and you'd see some of these fucking
rough-uns.
creatures come on there, and you think, you know what, my life is not that bad.
But at the same time, it was degrading. Because it's like, you look at them, the fucking state of them, and you're like, how are they in a relationship? But I am.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, what am I doing wrong?
Josh, my man, you ain't doing nothing wrong.
I mean, if I just lose a few teeth, maybe I'll get someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you just start doing meth,
Yeah.
robbing your nan, you'll be sorted. You get an XL bully.
Fit right in.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fucking hell.
people.
How have we gone from Vince McMahon to Jeremy Kyle? That's a turn for the books, isn't it? Where was I at anyway? So he took the name Vinnie Lumpton using the name of one of his stepfathers. He experienced a difficult upbringing and has spoken publicly about abuse he endured at the hands of one stepfather, Leo Lupton. In a later interview...
So out of all the stepfathers, he got abused by Leo Lupton, so he took his
name, yeah.
Right.
It's going well from the beginning, isn't it?
Honestly, it's giving me a fucking headache.
In a later interview, McMahon revealed it was unfortunate that Lupton died before I could kill him. I would have enjoyed that.
Fair play. I'm not even mad.
No.
If he was abused, fair play.
Well, despite personal challenges, McMahon graduated in 1964 from Fishburne Military School in Waynesboro, Virginia. He has cited the structure of military school as a formative influence and said he struggled with dyslexia during his youth. When Vince met his real father, he quickly fell into professional wrestling as a commentator and a promoter, and was pretty much bred to take over the business.
Fair.
At the time, professional wrestling was basically every single state had their own wrestling promotion until Vince Jr. bought his father's company against his father's wishes, bought every single wrestling promotion in the country and combined them to make the WWF.
Okay.
And already at this point, there was already huge stars such as Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Well, this is where the first controversy begins. And again, like I said, some of these are wrestling ones, so it's like this one is teetering on like wrestling, but at the same time, it's like, especially, I think it'd be a lot more of an uproar nowadays.
Right.
So in 1984, the WWF title was held by a wrestler called Bob Backlund, but Vince wanted to put the title on Hulk Hogan. However, because both of them were good guys, he didn't want them to face off against each other because it would mean one of them would need to become a bad guy to create the perfect storyline.
Right.
So instead, he brought in a character called the Iron Sheik from Iran. The Iron Sheik, potato. The Iron Sheik won the belt from.
I don't know why, but I'm just thinking like, when you say Iron Sheik, I'm just saying like
sometimes just shaking an iron.
Yeah, no, like his move, like say Hulk Hogan's heavy, he just starts fucking shooting. Here's the Iron Sheik, and he just starts fucking twerking in front of him. They pass out.
Oh, fucking hell. The Iron Sheik won the belt from Backlund so Vince could eventually have Hogan win it against him. However, during this time, the US and Iran was in the middle of tense relationships since the US embassy was currently being held hostage by Iran.
Oh, yeah.
This made the Iron Sheik one of the most hated wrestlers in the company.
Yeah.
So already Vince is showing that he is not afraid to use real political issues in professional wrestling. And Vince began to do this with other countries as well as Germany, Russia and Japan. So I'm going to take two of our enemies from the Second World War and I'm going to take the one country that we fucking hated since the dawn of time and just make characters. I mean, business-wise, it's fucking genius because it's like, obviously, the American crowd, they're the ones that you're going to want to hate. They're the ones you're going to want to see have the shit kicked out of them.
I love America. I'll happily admit that I love America, but them fuckers are so easily G'd up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're so easy.
100%.
And so on his stars, I think it's fucking perfect.
Yeah, oh yes,
genius. Like people like nowadays would be like, "Oh, that was wrong to do that."
Yeah, that's what I meant. It was like, but now you probably get backlash.
You'd be like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You're causing more tensions." But fuck it, at the time, like if you didn't know that, like, wrestling was for entertainment and you're taking that all serious, you need to have a little word with yourself. You need to go, like, stop what you're doing, go in the bathroom or the restroom, whatever you want to call it. You should have a mirror in there. Look into it, look into your own eyes and have a fucking word with yourself. You know, say like, wrestling is for entertainment purposes only. Not to take, like, Iron Sheik ain't like fucking done over Hulk Hogan, then go back to Iran and start fighting America.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not doing that. You fucking idiots.
Facts, though.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, like we just said, when Vince was questioned about this, if he does have any regrets, he stated no, because that was simply the world we lived in back then. Which again, yeah. Like I said, nowadays that would be cancel culture.
Yeah, but
again,
honestly,
ridiculously,
it's fucking stupid.
Ridiculously, yeah.
The whole thing with cancel culture, like, it's just one of them. Like, you just got to wear. You got. It's like this whole thing with fucking Sydney Sweeney at the minute. It's a fucking joke.
Don't.
She is promoting denim jeans, and for her to say she's got good jeans, they're now
calling her white supremacist.
Yeah, they're basically
calling Nazi
her, calling her Hitler. Like, nah, she's literally advertising denim fucking jeans.
Facts. Honestly,
and what makes me laugh is because it's the whole thing because she's blonde hair, blue eyes,
Aryan race. Yeah.
she's not a natural blonde.
Oh, the irony!
She dyes her hair blonde because she was a host for SNL.
Yeah.
And she said like she's a brunette. She said it on there, but people think because she's blonde hair, blue eyes in the pictures and what we know her as.
This honestly,
they're making her out like she's a white supremacist.
This breed of people that do this sort of shit need shooting. I'm sorry, they need shooting.
No,
they're ridiculous.
They need educating
with a shotgun.
If they don't get into the heads, yes, but no, they just need educating.
But that's the problem. You
if
see
she
so many
said,
videos.
"I have good genetics," it doesn't matter, right? What? Because she's pretty.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. Because she's
pretty. Because she's fit. But like, yeah, she's an attractive-looking girl, and people are hating her for it.
Yeah.
So they're coming out of anything. Just get over yourself.
Isn't it? It's not our fault you look like a fucking manatee. It's the truth, though. The ones that kick off are the fucking walruses you see. They just like grow up.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of them, and there's something not right with them because
they're horrific.
Yeah, because they were saying like, "Oh, have you seen like the Sydney Sweeney like advert?" And then there's one, and she's like really like deep breathing, like, "I'm so angry about it." And it's like, about what?
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It's like, take a look at your life and see what's going wrong before you start pointing at other people, you fucking ghoul. Don't worry, Sydney, we got your back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You fucking ghoul. I love it.
Do you know what? I'm so tempted to put this on the TikTok just to watch people lose their fucking minds.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
I don't care. Bring it on.
Fuck it. Honestly, I'm honestly, I wake up and I'm like scrolling through Instagram. I just don't get what the world's coming to.
No. It's
Do you know
fucked.
what I mean?
It
really
is fucked.
don't.
It's like, ready the lifeboats, I want off.
Yeah, it don't matter what you say, you're offending someone.
100%.
And but
that's the ironic thing.
But they want a lot of these want freedom of speech.
And then doing everything they can.
But it's only their speech they want free.
Yeah, too right. You say anything that they don't like, there's a difference between hate speech and speech you hate. And they don't fucking understand that shit.
That was a really good phrase.
Yeah, I heard it on a song. I can't claim it. But
fair.
But yeah. So
God.
Back to Vince. As the popularity of the WWF kept growing, Vince came up with the idea of having what he would call the Super Bowl of professional wrestling, and this is when he created WrestleMania. The next controversial situation occurred at the very first WrestleMania in Madison Square Garden, which I couldn't help but laugh when I heard this because it's just, I can picture it perfect, right? So WrestleMania was already shaping up to be a global show with fans from all over the country coming to watch it live and 24 different countries airing it via pay-per-view. It also had many different news reporters and journalists at the event. One of these journalists was called John Stossel, who was slating the entire show, calling it fake and bullshit and attempting to expose the business's secrets. When Vince learned about this, he went into the locker room and simply stated, "I wish somebody would do something about that guy." To which wrestler David Schultz slapped Stossel multiple times, leaving him with ear damage that was close to being permanent. He then filed a lawsuit against the company.
It's this. Imagine like Vince going like, in there like, "Oh, I wish someone could do something about this," and old mate's like, "Yep,
say less."
And then Vince like, "Oh, I didn't fucking mean it. I didn't mean it like that." Look what you've done.
It gets even better. At this time, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, who were both headlining WrestleMania, were invited on the Richard Belzer show to discuss the pro wrestling world and if it's fake or not. Hulk Hogan put Belzer in a chokehold until Belzer passed out. When he let Belzer go, he flopped to the floor and smashed his head, busting it open. He then sued the company, which nearly ended up in WrestleMania being cancelled.
You imagine just sitting there like, and watching. Like, imagine Vince worked because he probably weren't there. He was like in his office.
Yeah.
And he's watching it, and he's like, "Hulk, what are you doing?
Hulk.
Hulk.
Fuck's sake!
The man's turning blue. Hulk, Put him down. No, don't drop. Oh, for fuck's sake. You imagine CCC's already on the phone, like, calling his lawyer.
Yeah, like, just get it ready.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen. These fucking people.
But I just love it, because you know for a fact he's just gone onto his show and he's like, are you calling it fake? You fucking joking him out. And then he's coming out with his head busted open. It's like, yeah, it's not fake. It's not fake.
Yeah. It's so not fake. I'm suing you.
But yeah, so he sued the company, which ended up in WrestleMania nearly being cancelled, and subsequently not being the huge show it is today. Also, it would have ended the WWF as Vince and his wife actually mortgaged everything they owned to make WrestleMania happen.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, WrestleMania did go ahead and become a huge success, earning the company more money than ever before.
Yeah.
The success helped the company earn a weekly spot on TV and introduce new big-name stars to the company, such as Rowdy Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Macho Man Randy Savage.
Jake the Snake. Is he the one who used... Did he actually have it?
Yeah, he had the snake.
Because who's that fucker, right, that wrestler who had a sock puppet? And he used to pretend to be a snake. Yeah, genuine. If you look it up, it was a wrestler, and he'd have like a sock puppet of a snake. And like pretend to fucking charm people, and then be like walk about, and then he'd like fucking clothesline them. And that.
Oh, what?
I remember seeing that, and that's when I thought,
yeah, this company's going down the shitter.
I don't know about this.
Because I remember my dad showing me a video of Jake the Snake, because he used to have a fucking King Cobra.
Yeah,
but I think it was obviously devenomated or whatever,
defanged,
and he's sitting on He's got it on this wrestler, and it's just fucking gnawing at his arm. And you see, like, little kids in the front row shitting themselves.
Yeah, because I think he stopped. Because then he used to have a albino Burmese python, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, he had like the yellow big python. As well.
With all these huge stars and the business growing more and more, the WWF began to tour across the entire country, forcing the wrestlers to wrestle every single day. And during the 80s, it was a case of if you was hurt and didn't wrestle, you wasn't paid.
I've got a question for you. If you was a wrestler, if you just became a wrestler, what would your name be?
I don't know. I ain't got a clue. What about you? Oh, here we go. I'm so here for it.
I've always liked the idea of being called Eddie the Crocodile Clayton.
I mean, it rhymes.
It goes, doesn't it?
So what, would you come out with a fuck off crocodile?
Yeah, I'll just come out dragging a Nile crocodile behind me. Just like, come on. Yeah, but you get some, like, you got, like... But the thing is, I don't care what wrestler comes in, you'll never be as iconic as The Undertaker.
No.
For me.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
How... Like, you can imagine that character coming out now.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't work. It would not work.
No. Well,
with the whole fucking causing lightning and can burn shit and he's meant to be dead. It wouldn't work nowadays. But back then...
so cool. It's just how, like, they'd be, like, talking on in the ring, and all of a sudden it just goes black.
Yeah.
Bong!
There.
And it's just, as soon as you hear that,
you just knew. You were done for.
Even now, let's say I've never been really big into wrestling, but I love The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Because he's actually a fucking lovely bloke.
Yeah.
A really sound man. But then you just, and I'll still get goosebumps.
One thing that I saw, it wasn't in this documentary, but I remember seeing it on YouTube, is Vince has so much love for The Undertaker because during this whole period, I think when he first came in and that, he never was out of character. No. If you saw him like in the shops or at a bus, he was always The Undertaker. He always wore black.
Because at first, though, he's American Badass.
Yeah.
And then...
But yeah, he was always... You never see him out of character.
No. And I think it's the same with Kane, because Kane always
wore the mask, didn't he? Yeah.
So he'd be walking around knowing he was Kane.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah. But
what a fucking storyline that was at all, though.
Yeah.
Kane and The Undertaker.
Yeah, I know. It became like brothers.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's sick. So sick. I might actually I might start watching
old school.
Yeah. Because I remember when I was like younger and that, and I was like never been big into it, but my mum used to like it.
Yeah.
But back when she watched it, it was like Big Daddy, Giant Haystack.
Oh yeah.
Like old school fucking wrestlers. Whereas you was just a big fat cunt.
Yeah.
Like now, they're all apart from like Big Show, but he's still strong as a lion.
Yeah.
But they're all like shredded.
Yeah.
You know, they're carved out of fucking stone.
See, I always used to like Triple H was always my favourite. Yeah. Just because I don't know why. He was just a fucking.
It was just if you've got a sick entrance, you're gonna be a good wrestler. Yeah. Like say with today, Rhea Ripley. You know who that is? She's like the gothic-y looking one.
Yes, yeah.
They call her Mummy.
Yeah. I know who you mean. I think I've seen a lot on fucking TikTok and shit like that. Yeah,
like her entrance is sick. Like the song's is quite
heavy metalish.
Yeah.
But
it works with her so well.
But that's the thing. If there's one thing that goes with like heavy metal, it's wrestling.
But yeah, like Triple H's entrance when he used to spit the water and that, like, it's just.
Because like he was always my favourite, but I always did love the likes of like Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy. Yeah, just because all the fucking mad shit they can do in the air, and you're like, how can a human being do that shit?
And like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, he was always up there.
I'll have 1 beer, what? 2 beer, yeah, 3 beer, yeah, 4 beer.
Fucking mate, it was so good back in the day.
It really was.
I'd love to do watch old school and then watch a few now just to see how much it has changed.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine it's changed. I mean, like I said, I don't watch it, but you can already tell it's changed drastically.
Yeah.
But I want to see how much it's fucking changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a case of if you was hurt and you didn't wrestle, you wasn't paid. This was causing wrestlers to perform whilst injured, and at the time they didn't have health or medical insurance, which is when many wrestlers began turning to drugs and alcohol to help numb the pain. Well, during this time, Dr. George Zahorian was working alongside the WWF to make sure that the company was appealing to the Athletic State Commission. However, unbeknownst to them, he was also prescribing and selling anabolic steroids to the wrestlers, including Vince himself.
Yeah, because Vince was a fucking unit.
Yeah, he was
weren't he?
Huge.
Like, a lot of the time, you only saw him in his suit and that.
But even then, his fucking shoulders, you're like, Jesus,
times,
boy.
Like, he took it off. And he was an old man then.
He's fucking ripped.
And he was shredded. And you think, fuck hell. So, yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, so they were taking steroids, which was legal at the time. However, when US President Ronald Reagan declared a war on drugs, steroids became illegal. And this is when the issues in the WWF began to unfold. So this is when Vince started a drug policy to the WWF and added steroids to that list. Many of the wrestlers admitted to using steroids to help the company move out of this awkward moment, except for Hulk Hogan. The fucking epitome of steroid users. Nah.
Not me, brother. Do I look like I take steroids?
It's like, yes, you do.
I'll get you chokehold.
Hulk Hogan went on national TV stating that he never used steroids in his life. Many of the wrestlers then went on TV stating that Hogan is lying through his fucking teeth.
Well, of course he is. Look at him. Well, not now. He's dead. But
back then he was just
fucking hell. Yeah, but in his day and that.
He was ripped.
He was ripped, and he was like in his late 20s, and he was already going bald. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, he looked like a 60-year-old man at like 30. Which I am next month.
Yeah.
We both are next month.
That makes me sad. It hurts. Well, at this point, a reporter called Phil Mushnick began to write newspaper articles about the WWF and their steroid use. Whilst he was doing this, he received multiple letters in the post stating, "You don't know the half of it." This is when stories started to come out on what the locker room was really like, with many of the wrestlers stating that back then it was fine, but if that sort of stuff was to happen now, you would look at them as some of the most disgusting people on the earth, particularly on the abuse that women suffered during that time.
Yeah, I quite imagine.
For example, in 1983, WWF wrestler Jimmy Superfly Snuka, who was the most popular wrestler in the company at the time, got into an altercation with his girlfriend, and she fell and hit her head and died. Jesus. When it was being investigated, the forensic pathologist stated that he believes it was homicide. However, no charges were brought forward, and Vince continued to use Snuka on mainstream TV and pretended like nothing happened, with many people believing that he had a hand in making it go away.
Well, right. I think with that, all Vince was, in my mind, Vince was doing was innocent till proven guilty.
Yeah.
Because if he was like, no, we've done with him, it's making him...
Yeah, but to play devil's advocate, wouldn't you take him off TV until it was proven? Because if it came out...
Don't make it look guilty, though.
But what I was going to say is, say like you was using him constantly, and then it come out that he was guilty, you're then going to get backlash for saying, well, you're fucking promoting him when he was under trial for murder. But then
again, does that show like Vince's trust in character? He's putting his name on the line for that.
Yeah,
wrestler.
True. I mean, back then, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, now,
he was loyal to him.
Yeah.
Saying like, because Vince said like he don't know, it's nothing to do with him really. What happens in the ring is up to Vince.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just working a business.
I mean, now, like I said, back then it makes sense. I mean, nowadays, obviously, with everything, he ain't exactly squeaky clean. It's like, it does...
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. But sometimes I think, like, stuff like that, I feel like if you just cut ties with him there and then, you've become judge, jury, executioner before it's even happened. Don't get me wrong. If it came out...
And he still continued,
yeah, then it's wrong. But at the time, but until then, it's just like, it's like.
I think it's one of them.
I don't know.
It's one of them fine lines. You can see the argument on both sides.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. There is a point where you're like, no, we've got to save his company. We've got to pack it, push him to one side a bit. But it is a very difficult line.
Yeah. Well, this is where another scandal there was also another scandal apparently involving underage ring boys who were sexually abused, and if they refused, wouldn't be hired to work for the company. Again, many believe Vince was either aiding and abetting or was guilty of serious neglect, which makes sense with everything that's coming out now.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I was just standing up for that.
Yeah. Like I said, some of these you're like, yeah, whatever, but then there's some serious shit like that, and you're like, come on, for fuck's sake.
Well, that's really annoyed me. I was just fucking sticking up for Vince. Now he's fucking fiddling with your underage ring boys. Stop it.
Well, another story at this time was the first female ref, Rita Chatterton, was apparently sexually assaulted by Vince McMahon. She claims that Vince forced her to perform oral sex on him, and if she tried to get away, he would grab her and claim that if she wants $500,000 a year contract, she would have to satisfy him. To which Vince claims that it was consensual, and if it had been rape, the statute of limitation would have ran out, meaning basically it'd be too late to be charged with it. And he says that on the Netflix documentary, he actually says that. And you read it and you think, so you're basically admitting to doing it. You're just saying it's too late to do anything about it.
No, it's not, mate.
Yeah. Well, funny enough. However, in 2023, during a temporary lift on the statute of limitation, Vince McMahon paid a multi-million-dollar out-of-court settlement to Chatterton.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, he's guilty. He's a dirty fucking pervert.
At this point, Vince was placed under federal indictment for the steroid abuse, which effectively caused Hulk Hogan to leave the WWF. And this is one where it's like, what I'm about to get into is like, it's wrestling, no one really cares, but I need to say to tie it in. Well, during this whole scandal, another pro wrestling company called WCW was beginning to gain notion as the WWF's biggest competitor. WCW manager Eric Bischoff then contacted Hulk Hogan to join WCW, and this began the Monday Night War, as both companies would air their respective TV shows on the same day at the same time.
Oh, right.
So it's a case of obviously who gets the more views and shit.
Yeah.
Well, during the steroid trial, the WWF was placed under huge scrutiny and financial strain, causing many executives to leave Vince. He then started to find more top star talent to help build the company, including Lex Luger, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and The Undertaker.
And Shawn Michaels was cool.
Yeah. But it's just like, I've never heard of Lex Luger.
No.
But Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and Undertaker, that's like a fucking holy trinity of wrestling. Yeah. It's like, you're sorted with them three.
But yeah, like I say, especially The Undertaker.
Yeah. However, WCW was also gaining loads of traction when they began to sign a load of WWF wrestlers, and WCW quickly became the #1 wrestling show, and the WWF was becoming a sinking ship. One of the few wrestlers that didn't jump ship was Bret Hart, who signed a deal with Vince for $1.2 million for 20 years. You'd be fucking dumb not to sign that shit.
Yeah.
However, it soon became apparent that Vince could not afford to honour the contract and had to let Bret go. However, during this time, he was the WWF champion, to which the original plan was for Bret to lose the belt to Shawn Michaels. This quickly became an issue because Shawn and Bret hated each other in real life. Shawn would often go off script and start saying personal stuff about Bret, and the pair would often get into physical fights backstage. This is when Bret said he refuses to lose to Shawn in his last match for the company. Vince and the creative team spent the next few weeks working on how to resolve this because the match was already listed for a pay-per-view main event, so they couldn't change it.
Oh.
The day of the show, all parties agreed that the match would end in a DQ and Bret would relinquish the belt the next day. However, during the match, Shawn would get Bret in his own submission move, at which point Vince was out by the ring and ordered the bell to be run, saying that Bret Hart tapped out, which he never did, and declaring Shawn the winner. After being betrayed and lied to, Bret then got up, spat in Vince's face, destroyed a load of the TV monitors, went backstage and knocked out Vince McMahon.
Fair play.
This motherfucker was fuming.
Yeah. He was just a little bit ticked off. He was angry.
I mean, I would be, in all fairness. It's like you've got it all sorted out and then you've been made to look like a mug to the one guy you hate, and I swear it was in Bret's hometown as well. So it's like the ultimate, like, fuck you, mate.
Yeah.
And it's all because he couldn't afford to pay me.
Yeah.
And he screwed me over.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck that, I'm not the guy on that too. Like I said, it's a wrestling show, it's a wrestling thing, no one really gives a fuck, it's not exactly going to change your life.
No.
But a few days later, Bret went on national TV news, on a national TV news show, and broke all the secrets of the WWF and how Vince betrayed him. Vince then done a follow-up interview saying that it was Bret's fault and he has no sympathy for him. Well, this whole situation gave Vince the idea to create a new bad guy called Mr. McMahon, who was supposed to be this arrogant billionaire owner who could do what he wants and get away with it. Which is rather fitting considering what's happened to him recently in real life.
I was going to say, yeah, that's just his alter ego.
Yeah.
It weren't just his character, it was him.
Yeah. This was also the birth of the infamous Attitude Era of the WWF, which defeated WCW in the Monday Night War and introduced legends like Triple H, Kane, Trish Stratus, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
The show was no longer considered a kids' show and was more targeted to young adults, which is when more backlash began to happen, with schools, councils, and many parents complaining that it was influencing young kids to act like rebels and behave out of order.
You just start fighting each other.
Which, in all fairness, when you look back at it, and you got fucking, what is it, DX telling you to suck it.
Yeah.
You got Undertaker and Kane trying to burn each other alive.
Yeah.
You got fucking Steve Austin fucking hitting women.
Yeah, and fucking drinking beer.
You got Rock fucking mocking the Chinese. It's like, when you look back, you're like, yeah, no fucking wonder.
Yeah. telling the women to go back in the kitchen and shit like that.
It's like, yeah, I can kind of see where they're coming from with this
shit. Yeah. What did it... Shut it, bitch.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Fucking commenting on what was his daughter's name?
Was it Stephanie?
Yeah, commenting on her tits every 5 minutes and all shit like that. It's like, yeah, no wonder there was a fucking generation of like horned up sex gremlins that followed after this shit.
Who just wanted to go around tombstones and everything.
It's also when the fine line between character and the real person of Vince McMahon started to cross one another, because the WWF began to sexualize and objectify women on national TV. During this whole time period, the company was thrown under more scrutiny with the death of Bret Hart's brother, Owen, which is what you was mentioning at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. It's
Bret Hart's brother. So Owen Hart was scheduled for a match on a live pay-per-view and was meant to enter the ring via a rappel rope from the tops of the ceiling, making it look like he was flying. The cape he was wearing got caught in the release hatch and the line malfunctioned, and Owen fell 78 foot down and landed on the top rope. He was immediately taken to hospital and was sadly pronounced dead whilst the pay-per-view was still continuing.
Yeah.
This is when the WWF was scrutinised once again about the safety of the wrestlers, and Bret Hart once again called out Vince for continuing on with the show rather than cancel it.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? You've just had someone fucking fall to their death.
Because that was it. Because Undertaker fought that night, didn't he?
Did he? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was something like that. And there's this video, and he's just staring at the spot.
Fucking hell.
Where Owen died, or it's where someone died or something. Yeah. And he's just, he just won't take his eyes off it.
Well, I mean, it is fucked. Do you know what I mean? To continue
I don't know if that was just him playing his character.
Maybe, but at the same time.
Yeah.
But it is fucked to continue the show after someone's literally just fell 78
And you got to think, like, a lot of these wrestlers, they pretty much, like, live together.
Yeah.
And stuff, you know, like, I know, like, they had their feuds and stuff, but whatever.
But that's
you saw,
scripted, innit? It'd be like a brotherhood behind the scenes.
Exactly. You saw them every day.
Yeah.
So they just see when your brothers just
fucking fall
and die.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I remember seeing, like, a thingy. They even announced it live on the pay-per-view that he died.
Yeah.
Like, the commentator said, he's been taken to hospital, and I think it was like an hour later or whatever, they said, unfortunately, he's died. Anyway, back on with the show. It's like, what the do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes
like,
humanity out of
it's like, seriously? Well, after Owen's death, the company still continued to do dangerous stuff and still over-sexualise women, with Vince's character saying the female wrestlers would owe him favours in order to remain in the company. However, this was also the case in real life, with one of the female wrestlers, Sable, suing Vince and the WWF for $110 million for being sexually harassed and degraded on national TV. Afterwards, Sable returned to the WWF and Vince immediately threw himself and her into another sexual storyline, which once again caused backlash. After countless backlash, Vince decided to redesign the WWF to slowly make it a more family-appealing company, changing the name to the WWE.
Yeah.
Which introduced new talent such as Kurt Angle, Booker T, Jeff Hardy, Edge, Randy Orton, Batista, Rey Mysterio, and John Cena. And this is when I think I started watching it, around that sort of time period. Yeah. As the company was beginning to take a turn for the better, Vince thought this would be the perfect time to end his character and planned to kill him off. However, during this time is when the incident involving Chris Benoit occurred. During the change over from the WWF to the WWE, the wrestlers' schedule was still very large, and many of the wrestlers were performing with injuries or in serious pain, which is when they began to turn to painkillers, drugs, and alcohol, causing brain injuries, heart diseases, and serious drug abuse in many wrestlers. Okay. This led to the deaths of the likes of Umaga and Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Many wrestlers were heartbroken about Eddie's death, but none more so than Eddie's best friend, Chris Benoit, who was also a drug and steroid abuser. A few years after Eddie's death, news broke out that someone had broken into Chris's house and murdered him and his wife, and his son. So the next day, the next TV show was meant to be a funeral for Vince's character, but it ended up turning into a memorial show for Chris Benoit. However, more news began to unfold, proving that it was in fact Chris himself who murdered his wife and his son before taking his own life. To which, upon hearing this, Vince and the WWE never acknowledged Chris Benoit again and basically pretended he never existed.
Yeah, it took everything off. It's incredibly hard to, because they did do the memoir show, didn't they?
Yeah.
But you can't find it anymore now.
No, they've just erased him from the history books. Well, in 2002, a former WWE wrestler called Chris Nowinski had a career-ending concussion and was forced to retire. During the time, many people in the company didn't believe in concussions and thought he was just weak. So Nowinski ended up going to college and becoming a neuroscientist. When hearing about the news of Chris Benoit, Nowinski wanted to investigate his death and discovered that Benoit had CTE, which is a degenerative brain disease caused by repetitive blows to the head that causes changes to your emotion, depression, and aggression.
Yeah.
And the symptoms get worse as the brain gets worse.
Yeah.
During this time, Vince went on national TV and stated that Chris Benoit was nothing more than a monster. When doctors researched Benoit's brain, they stated that it was the worst they have ever seen and that he effectively had the brain of an 80-year-old man with early onset dementia, suffered from extensive blows into the ring, specifically from constantly being hit square on the head with a metal chair.
Well, I know it.
Yeah. It's like, no fucking shit, this guy went mental.
Yeah. Because they're trying to do that with like football and everything.
Yeah, with headering and it's like you're not
for kids.
Yeah, and like until you're 12 and over, you're not allowed to header the ball now.
Yeah. Well, I wish they told me that when I was younger. Fucking hell, that was like my thing. Fucking idiot.
Yeah. To which many people, including Vince and even Steve Austin, refuse to believe that CTE exists. However, from that point, Vince and the WWE banned many moves, including taking a chair shot to the head. So how can you turn around and say you don't believe it, but at the same time do stuff to... Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but then it comes down to
your
insurance.
Company's at risk and shit, yeah. And even though many wrestlers were dying at young ages, primarily from drug and steroid abuse, Vince always stated that it was not his fault in the slightest. To which, technically, yeah, it's not his fault. He's not exactly injecting it into him.
No.
However, they do work for your company, so you should be looking after them as best you can.
Yeah.
Well, this is when the WWE became a PG company and began to take more care of their talent, and Vince McMahon and the company would no longer be under any scrutiny. That was until 2022 when the sexual scandal was released.
Yeah, but he's just a randy bastard.
The original story was that a former WWE employee was hired on a salary of $100,000, but it was increased to $200,000 after beginning a sexual relationship with her. Vince then sent a $3 million NDA to the woman in order to keep her quiet. This is when more allegations come into the surface. Yeah. He agreed to pay $12 million hush money to 4 different women, and this is when Vince stepped down from the company. However, he quickly returned and sold the company when more allegations came forward of sexual abuse and sexual trafficking of a former WWE employee. The lawsuit claims that the former employee, Janelle Grant, said that Vince McMahon forced her to have sex with him and other people in return for job security. The lawsuit also claims sexual acts including defecation, sex toys named after wrestlers, and restraint.
Oh my God. These people are fucked, man. They are totally fucked. He has the world in his palm.
Do you know what I love? Is that he's married at the same time.
Yeah, I know. She's a fucking idiot and all. But like, he had the whole world in his hands. You know, he's made so much money from it. Mm-hmm. He has created one of the biggest entertainment
He took it from a penny company and sold it for $9 billion.
Yeah.
If that ain't success, I don't know what is.
Like, don't get me wrong, as a businessman, he's probably fantastic.
Oh, he's up there, yeah.
But you see what I mean? He had just because he couldn't keep it in his trousers or leave it to his wife.
It just sounds like one of them typical like power hungry things. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He thinks because he's got all this money, he can
get away with it.
Which ain't the fucking case.
No.
Yeah, bastard.
She also provided text messages from Vince McMahon, which included dark, graphic, and vulgar info, including the phrase, "I am the only one who owns you and controls who I want to fuck you." The lawsuit also claims that Vince would show and share explicit photos of Grant to other people inside the business, including Brock Lesnar.
Oh, not Brock.
Yeah. And I saw something about that because apparently he's recently just come back to the company and everyone's gotten backlash because obviously all of this. Apparently, Vince sent her pictures of, sent Brock pictures of this woman, basically was organising for them two to shag, but it never went through. Like, I don't know whether he missed his flight or whatever, but it never happened. So then all of this backstory come out. And then that's when they brought Brock back because obviously, technically, he's not done anything wrong. He was going to, but it never happened.
I love Brock Lesnar, though. Yeah. He's a good old boy.
He was my favourite, like, fucking UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And it turns out he's a dodgy geezer.
Because when I used to have my hair in the top knot and that.
Yeah.
People used to say I looked a bit like
Brock Lesnar, yeah.
Because, you know, I'm fucking whack.
But yeah, when I heard it, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
No, Brock. Have a word of yourself, man.
Again, technically, he's done nothing wrong. All he's done is receive a picture, and he was organising to shag someone.
Yeah, but ain't he married?
Yeah. I think, actually, he's married to that Sable that I mentioned earlier.
Well, fuck me.
So you're married to a woman who your boss assaulted, and then you two were working together to shag some other woman. What?
Yeah.
And these cunts don't believe in CTE. I think they're all riddled with it.
Yeah.
This also isn't the first employee to claim this type of behaviour from the WWE. In 2016, a former wrestler called Ashley Massaro claimed that during a WWE tour of Kuwait, she was raped by a man posing as a military doctor. She accused WWE of reporting this to Vince, and the company did not take her seriously, and that the WWE covered it up to protect the business. This led to Ashley sadly taking her own life.
Oh,
After her death, her attorney released a statement also claiming that Vince McMahon made sexual advances on her, to which she refused. And this is when Vince began to write character storylines for her simply to embarrass her. Since all these allegations, Vince has sold all his remaining stock in the company for $2 billion and completely left WWE, leaving the company to TKO, the same company who owns the UFC. Oh, just no wonder. Like, you can tell he knows he's fucks because he sold the company.
Yeah, he
sold
took the
all
money
his
and grabbed.
shares in the company.
Took the money and ran.
Yeah. And also, he's probably looking at thinking, if I go down, this company's coming down with me. And that's everyone, like, that's his son, his daughter, his son-in-law. All his family is then fucked. But yeah, like, he's fucked. Yeah. The geezer's fucked.
But when you hear shit like that, like, it drew to a woman that actually committed suicide.
Yeah.
Fuck's sakes, man.
That's the thing. I don't actually know when she committed suicide. But because I don't think it was long after her after the assault happened.
Yeah.
What's her name? Go away. Ashley. 2019.
Yeah.
And he sold the company in 2022. So that's still 3 years. He was still running the company like nothing happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just because of how long fucking investigation
he took and all
that
that
shit
shit
like that. He thought he might get away with it, but then it's breathing down his neck, and he's like, you know what, fuck this, I'm getting out of Dodge.
But it's just like, you fucking power hungry prick.
Yeah, that is it.
It's like we see him like with the memes and all that shit, and you see him doing his fucking Conor McGregor walk, and just you think brilliant businessman because he took like his dad's company and turned it into a $9 billion company. With the likes of WrestleMania, and he's brought all these characters like the Undertaker. Our generation, it was like our childhood watching wrestling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole time, there's shit like this happening.
Yeah. That's it. It's only like, say, when you get to our age
that you realise
stuff like these investigation programs, like on Netflix and stuff when it comes out, and it just really puts a fucking dampener on it all, though. Doesn't
exactly. It's just like for fuck. It tarnishes everything.
Yeah.
But it's
But this is because usually, like with a lot of, like say with like Love Island, the whole thing with Caroline Flack.
Yeah.
You know, that was because of the public.
Yeah.
But this weren't nothing to do with the public.
It was him.
It was just him.
Him and him alone.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is the same. What baffles me is that you're married, so all this fucking affair shit is weird anyway. But it's the same company your children work at. And you're treating it like a fucking sex dungeon.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean? Your daughter is in and around these people, and you're doing this shit. It's like, imagine if one of them done that to her.
Exactly.
But,
Thing is, he just seems like a sociopath. So I don't think he'd feel that much empathy.
No.
With it all.
Actually, saying that, I know again it's a storyline, whatever. I remember him doing a storyline where he was going to marry her.
What, his own daughter?
His own daughter.
That's what I mean. Like,
it's like, yeah, okay, there's entertainment, but then there's fucking weird.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, he just didn't care as long as he got the views.
Yeah, as long as the money kept coming in, he didn't give a fuck what he done.
No.
But no, it's like, yeah, no shit you sold the company, because you know for a fact if you were still running that WWE would be gone.
Yeah, 100%. Because Triple H who runs it now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good old boy. Oh, let's say
big up Triple H.
It's just, I mean, it suits him now, but when he first like shaved his hair, because I always remember him with the long hair.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck are you done?
Skinhead.
Yeah.
Nah, this don't look great. I mean, it suits him now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because isn't he playing Kratos?
A load of people want him to. I don't think he's actually been.
I thought he was cast as Kratos.
A load of people want him to. So like he is the perfect fit.
The voice actor.
Yeah, no, the voice actor, yeah, but he's a big black guy.
Yeah, but he's painted white.
I don't think you can do that thing this day and age, boy.
Well, yeah, fair. But yeah,
have Triple H act them and have him do the voice. Simples.
Yeah, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't look right, would it?
Nah, of course it would. But Hopefully no shit comes out about Triple H, because that will hurt.
Or Undertaker.
Or Undertaker. Yeah, them two will fucking hurt.
And John Cena, actually. I love John Cena.
Yeah.
I know, for some reason, he's getting a lot of hate at the minute. I don't know
why.
Yeah, apparently he's just getting a load of stick. But
why? How can you hate John Cena?
What that man has done, especially for Make-A-Wish, and stuff like that, he is, you know what I mean? Like, he's someone like to
I know
be like a role model. Because, like, say, with the... it's the one where he gave this kid his wristband and his mum was had breast cancer, this kid's mum.
Yeah.
And the kid gave the mum the wristband before she had an operation. So remember what John said. And all this, though, John Cena's sitting there and he's just watching like a teleprompter that was going to be for something.
Yeah.
And he's listening to all this backstory and everything. Then all of a sudden the kid jumps through, like, you know, one of them paper
things when they rip out.
He jumps out and that, and starts talking, then starts crying. John Cena's crying, and it's like fucking gives him a hug. Then the mum comes out. Then there's like loads of other. There was like one lad. He was in a really dark place. He was considering suicide. And said like John Cena's word, like messages, is what's kept him here.
Yeah,
and shit like that. Like when you hear shit like that, like it really makes you appreciate them even more.
But again, it feels like it almost tarnishes him. I know he's done nothing wrong, but it's like he's worked for that man.
Yeah.
It's like it's an extension. Again, it's got nothing to do with John Cena, but it's like he's this fucking wholesome guy, but his boss is a fucking scumbag. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's like with all of them. With The Rock.
Yeah.
With Steve Austin, Undertaker, all of them.
But it just goes to show if Brock Lesnar's involved, and that's all who we know. How many are involved?
Honestly, that has broke my heart. I love Brock Lesnar.
But again, it's like, how many more are involved that we don't know?
That's it.
For all we... I highly doubt it. But for all we know, John Cena is one of them.
Nah, I refuse.
But at the same... Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, would you have said Brock Lesnar?
No.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly. If it comes out, Triple H or Undertaker are doing it, I will be fucking distraught.
Yeah.
I will be distraught. It's like, how dare you, cunt.
Yeah, that is it, yeah. Fucking bong this, you bastard.
Fucking balance. But hopefully it was just Vince and Brock.
Even then.
I know, it hurts.
No, not Brock.
Why, Brock? Why?
Why have you done this to us?
But again, if he's back in the company, he can't be charged with anything.
And like you say, he didn't do anything.
He didn't really. He received a picture.
Yeah, we're only hearing it from one side.
Yeah. And I'm not being funny. If the company's now under the same, if the WWE is now under the same company as UFC, that's two major multi-billion-dollar companies. You would not bring Brock Lesnar back if there was even the slightest doubt.
No.
Of him doing
something.
Well,
no, because it's Dana White then, isn't it?
I think Dana White owns the UFC, but no, I think Dana White's still the chairman of the UFC, but he don't own it anymore. This TKO group own that and WWE.
Right.
So again, if you're gonna
TKO, that's a total knockout. So.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, if you've got them two major companies, you're not going to bring somebody in who could potentially fuck it.
Yeah, nah.
So
hopefully, it's just whispers.
Yeah.
It's just wrong whispers. Come on, Brock, please.
Because I see a load of it a lot on TikTok and that, of load of people going mental that he was back. Because obviously the investigation's still going on, so it's like, why is he here? Which again is the same with that fucking, what was his name? Jimmy Snuka. It sort of fits into the same growth. I know there's a difference between shagging some woman and homicide, but still, it's like they're on the company whilst under investigation. Is this really the smartest idea?
Yeah.
But I can't imagine Triple H doing something like that.
No.
He don't sound like a Vince.
No. Honestly, I don't know. I'm fried.
What baffles me, I know he's married to Stephanie, but why is she and the son not got the company? Why's Triple H got it? Surely it'd be
unless he bought it, like he bought he's got a bigger shareholder
or something. Yeah, maybe,
or something like that. It's just creating that dynasty, isn't
it? Yeah.
Like Triple H is the main name, but for all we know, it's both of them.
Yeah.
You know
Oh, yeah, there's probably like a whole board of people. It's just he's the face of it, sort of thing.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he is Triple H.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
because it might be funny, he can't run the whole fucking thing.
No.
Because there's no way Vince ran the whole thing on his own. No way. Yeah, okay, he would have had, like, the final say, but to do the lights, the fucking cameras...
Oh, yeah, he's got
you can't control all of that at the same time.
No, exactly.
But, no, Vince is a bit of a...
Wrong'un,
yeah. But no, I think that's about me done.
Oh, all right.
Like I said, it was originally meant to be Benoit, but then when I heard all this shit, I was like, oh yeah, I can't not cover this shit. Come on. It's got everything.
Yeah. Yeah, fair play.
No, fuck Vince.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Ed, what are we doing next week?
Well, next week we're going to be doing another cryptid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say cryptids.
Oh.
Because it's not just one singular, like, encounters.
Right.
I'm going to be talking, and it kind of fits in, like, what we love.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
There's a dinosaur.
Kinda. They're not technically called dinosaurs. I'm going to be talking about cryptid sightings of pterosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Living pterosaurs.
Because
I remember I was about 8, and I got, like, this was like, I got really hyped about Nessie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it all come about, but I remember being in class, and sometimes when at school, some of the classes we used to have like in the some afternoons we have like a playtime.
Yeah.
When they get out like fucking Lego or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember me and a few others was trying to make like traps, what we was going to catch Nessie with, shit like that. But then also because we always. In year 3, every week on a Friday afternoon, we used to do show and tell.
Yeah.
And I pretty much ran it. Yeah, I was one of them. I was a fucking freak. Every week. Usually, I'd always speak about animals, because that was my thing. I loved animals. I still do. I love animals, especially ones that can kill you.
Yeah.
But I remember I was getting really on this Nessie hope, and my sister printed me a load of pictures off of little bits description of like different things, and it was like Nessie and stuff like that, and then it was this Civil War time photo of like, these men with a pterodactyl.
Oh, I think I've seen that. Yeah.
And that was it. I was like, "What? Pterodactyl's still alive?" And I'm
Yeah.
So I want to go into that.
Fucking decent.
And talk about like apparently pterodactyls and pterosaurs are still about.
Yeah, say less. I am down. Let's do this. But no, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode.
Yes.
If you want to find more.
Hang on.
Ooh.
We didn't do it last week. We've done it the week before, and we have a winner. Because if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, we done. If you said chicken nuggets, you'd have got 30% off a Mr. Mysteries hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
We only got one reply, so they won.
Yeah.
Not going to say who.
But they know.
They know.
We know.
Yeah. Fucking love you. This week, the word is... tombstone.
Oh, yes. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Say less. Yeah? So if you get this far in the video, you comment tombstone or message us tombstone, you will get 30% off a Mr. Mysteries hoodie of any colour of your choosing. What I add.
Fucking hell.
Fucking treating you. You done a good job of it. But no, hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. If you want to find more or find anything to do with us, Ed, where can they find us?
Well, you can find us on Facebook, which is Mr. Mysteries in black and white. You can find us on Instagram, which is Mr. Mysteries _, not the word underscore, the actual underline thing. You can follow us on X, which is Mr. Mysteries 1. You can follow us on TikTok, where every week we get the best bits of the podcast and put it on TikTok, which is Mr. Mysteries 10. I love our TikTok.
Oh, so do I.
Probably our favourite platform.
Yeah, 100%.
Not trying to be vain, but some of the shit we say is hilarious.
It's fucking brilliant. It's like, how are we not fucking famous?
Yeah, I
get it.
I know. Tell me about it. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you get to watch and listen to the podcast at the same time and see our faces. Hello. This is where we will upload when we go hunting, because we do that so often. When we interview people, which we have got some in the pipework. I'm not going to say. Well, our first. Fuck it, I'm saying it. Our first interview is with a really, really good friend of ours who we absolutely love. He's a really good guy, and he is shit up with a camera.
Oh, yes.
And editing. And that is Ben Kennelly. And he is also 1/4 of Monster Squad, which me and Josh are part of. And he wants to talk to us about a new venture he is undertaking, which I am buzzed about. I
don't even know what it's actually about.
It might be his film, like, because he's got a filming company. It might be something to do with that, which I'm hoping it's going to be something to do with that, because that's what I know. Like,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of surprises, but but whatever it is, I know he puts it. Whatever that man does, he puts in 110%.
Yeah,
and he is the most frustrating man I've ever met, because there's nothing he can't do.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. When we was doing like video calls and stuff for Monster Squad, and he was like, about like the intros and that, and he was like, what about this? And he just pulls out a guitar
and just
starts shredding it. And it's like, I'm standing, it's like, and he could cook really well. He's so good with a camera and editing, filming, and sound and everything. He says things and he's speaking gobbledygook. I'm just like, just dumb it down. I'm a hunter, you know what I mean? Like, if you need a head pulling off a leopard, I'm your man. If you start talking about camera angles and shit, I don't know.
What?
Yeah. But no, I've got a lot of time and a lot of love for Ben, and I can't wait to actually speak to him, because like we ain't properly spoke to him in ages.
No. So,
you know,
soon come.
Yes, yeah. But so with all that, and it's a bugger to find, so go to our other socials and we have links to our YouTube. So then please subscribe, like, and comment, and that will help with the algorithms.
And especially comment Tombstone.
Yeah, and if you're the first person to comment Tombstone, you're getting 30% off of a Mr. Mysteries hoodie.
Yeah, you lucky people.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We make nothing.
Exactly.
If anything,
we lose.
We're going to be losing money on it. Yeah. So, you know,
but we do it for the love of the game. For the love of the game.
Honestly, if one day I'm just walking about like somewhere random, say York, and I'm just
see someone wearing a anything Mr. Mysteries, I think I'd cry.
Yeah, I think I would know. They probably wouldn't even recognise us. But
no,
I don't care. But so that's our YouTube. You can email us. And that can be sightings you've had, theories you've got on what we cover. That can be criticisms, praises. If you want to collab, that could be an interview. That could be hunting. That could be absolutely anything. If you want our merch, you know, unless you comment Tombstone for this week, we have T-shirts as well.
Yeah, we do.
What else? What you'd like us to cover?
Yeah,
and
a specific topic. Or anything like that. Yeah,
anything really. And that's missandmysteries10@gmail.com. Miss and, as in the word and, mysteries 10, the number 10 @gmail.com. Josh,
yes.
Where can they listen to us?
Well, even though you already are, if you fancy listening on another platform or all of them, you can find us on Podbean, Spotify, Amazon, Samsung, Podchaser, Player FM, and iHeartRadio.
Fantastic.
So no, that covers old Vinny Dickhead McMahon. Thank you very much for watching or listening or both, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Happy hunting. Oh, you made a mess of yourself, mate.